Hello and welcome to Create the Flow. I'm Monica Freeman, host and founder of Monica Freeman Studios and Unewell. I am here to guide you in aligning with your soul's purpose, trusting your inner voice, and building a life that you truly love. You were born with a purpose, and your intuition already knows the way. Hello, my love. Welcome to the show. I was thinking that every single time I'm scrolling on social media, because I own a wellness brand, I get flooded with all kinds of wellness trends. And it's interesting because I love all things wellness and learning about it. But I realize we prioritize our external wellness more than our internal wellness. And I started thinking about how a lot of people care more about how they look on the outside, what their appearance actually looks like to other people, versus how they feel on the inside. I've gone through my own flows of wellness and I've tried all the things. There was the period in my 20s where I cared about the external appearance, and then the 30s shifted and I really cared about my internal well-being. And now that I'm in my 40s, it's a combination of both, I would say, where I want to treat the inside really good and glow up from the inside out. So I was thinking as I'm scrolling through social media and as I see all these ads and all of these things about every trend and how it can be a little deceiving and a little overwhelming to see something that is working for somebody else. And we can kind of box ourselves in and assume that what works for them works for us. 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago now, when I was suffering with anxiety, I had decided to cut out all gluten. So I did the whole no gluten thing, then it was no dairy, then it was no meat, then it was no alcohol. I tried all of these different types of workouts, never really finding the true answer to healing my body. It wasn't even until 2 years ago that I finally came into nervous system regulation and understood how to reset my thermostat on the inside so my baseline wasn't so low, so I could actually feel my optimal self. I'm looking at these trends and I'm thinking about the people who are also looking at these. I want you to know that there is no one size fits all for anyone. What you eat is specific to you. And the more I study nutrition and wellness, because I did get certified in my nutrition program earlier this year, and it wasn't necessarily so I could teach per se, it was more because I wanted to understand my hormones as a female, and I wanted to understand my specific gut so that I could heal from my gut first, because there is a connection to the emotional and the physical. I really wanted to do a deep dive on my body and understand where my own anxiety was stemming from. There are so many people out there that will teach you what worked for them. That does not necessarily work for you. And this was not an easy process for me because there was a lot of trial and error. It started with me eliminating a lot of food from my diet. And when I did that to heal my gut, I started having hypoglycemia. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't eliminate all the carbs that I've been eating, and I have to eat a regular balanced diet for me. And so I went to the all blood type diet. And even though I ate what was properly digestible for my blood type without having to have any digestive enzymes, I realized that I'm also anemic. So I'm somebody who needs more iron in their diet. For me, the sources that would give me iron weren't giving me enough iron. So I actually had to get meat back into my diet. So I went from not eating any meat to eating red meat. And I was somebody who grew up never having beef or any type of red meat. Honestly, I mostly only ate fish. That was a whole shift because my body had to find what worked well for it. When you are scrolling through social media and you're trying to find what works for you, you have to be really aware of your physical and emotional state. You have to think about your environment and your lifestyle choices and how that's impacting you. Because if your nervous system is not healed, you can respond to a lot of outside stimuli that maybe wouldn't necessarily affect you. That can impact your hormones. It can impact your cortisol levels and your adrenaline. It literally puts you in a state of chronic stress. So you're always in fight, flight, or freeze or fawn. If you're operating from that, it doesn't matter how many juices you do or what diet you're on, whether it's keto or gluten-free or vegan or vegetarian or all meat. It doesn't matter because your body has to be regulated internally. When we're thinking about wellness, our thoughts contribute to our wellness. Our lifestyle choices, like how we eat, if we're actually savoring the moment and enjoying the food, or if we're just swallowing it down, and what we are eating. Are we putting nutrient-dense food in our body, or are we just eating what we have accessible at the time? It's being mindful of a collection of things. It's not just getting a gua sha and drinking a pressed juice and switching certain things in your diet that is going to change your life. It's not doing EFT tapping and losing 20 pounds, despite all the things on social media that have really good intentions. It's taking aligned action and embodiment to become your highest self. And that looks different for everyone because we don't have a one-size-fits-all body. We don't have a one-size-fits-all program that we've been living on up to this point. Everything looks differently for everyone. What I have learned in my personal experiences, when you start to heal from the inside out, when you take inventory of what's happening internally, when you do the audit of yourself and you're like, okay, what are the thoughts that I'm thinking on a day-to-day? And let's get that area of my life cleaned up. What are the physical sensations that are happening in my body? Like, do I feel tired? Do I have fatigue all the time? Do I have sleep apnea? Do I feel depressed? Am I anxious? Am I quick to react? Do I have digestive issues? Do I get a lot of headaches? So we have to do an internal audit and say, this is what's really happening. And then from there, decide how we're going to attack that with wellness protocol that works for us. When I feel really, really stressed out, I do not sleep well. It doesn't matter how much magnesium I take before bed, or if I have any meditations, or if I turn off the lights, so like no devices, no electronics, an hour before bed. It doesn't matter what I do. I could use the infrared. Nothing's going to help because I have to treat the actual root cause, not the symptom. So I have to go internally and ask myself, why am I so stressed out right now? Like, what is causing this overwhelm that's creating this dysregulation because it's putting my body in a state of fear? And now I feel like something bad is about to happen, so it's preventing me from get quality sleep. And I have to heal that through subconscious programming. Subconscious programming is the thing that single-handedly changed my life. It was the thing that helped me get my dream body. It was the thing that actually took away my anxiety. It healed my hypoglycemia. It stopped me from panicking over financials, whether it was feeling stressed over the money that had to go out or the bills that were coming in. It literally just regulated everything for me because when I learned how to do that and really heal these limiting beliefs, I was able to reset my nervous system. And sure, there are modalities that I use as part of that every single day that I commit to, but that's part of my embodiment practice. That's part of my personal wellness. And yes, I do get up and I do meditate in the morning, and I do have a celery juice or lemon water, and I do mostly eat warm foods for my digestive system. And I do take care of my body. I am physically active. I go out, I walk 3 miles a day. I do yoga at least 15 to 20 minutes every single day. That's a non-negotiable for me. I journal every other couple of days, if not every day. So there are things that I do daily consciously for wellness, whether it's the stuff that I eat at the times that I eat it, or the vitamins, the supplements that I'm taking. There are things that I do, but it all starts with how I actually feel from the emotional and the physical perspective, because that to me is going to create my mental state. It's going to make or break how I'm feeling that day. I guess the reason why I'm sharing all of this is because If you're someone who is suffering right now and you just don't know how to lose the weight or gain the weight or get rid of anxiety or tone up and get muscle, and you don't know how to stop the chronic stress or the fatigue, or you don't know what supplements to take and you don't know what to do for your body, and you're following all these people and they're telling you mixed things, it's because, again, no one size fits all. And what works for somebody else isn't always going to work for you. So you have to be the creator of your own self. You have to actually go in and listen to your body and see what it's telling you so you can follow someone's protocol if it's in alignment with that. But trying to find a one perfect fix externally is never going to happen, because there's not one thing that's the right thing for you. There's probably lots of variations of different things that people are doing that's the right thing for you, because you are unique and you are perfect as you are, even if you feel like you are trying to fix something and change something about you and you don't know how to do it. I want you to know that does not make you imperfect or broken. It makes you human, and it makes you unique, and it makes you you. I hope this inspired you to really go inward and do that audit. Ask yourself how you're feeling, what's been going on. Get to the core of what is really causing the things. What's causing digestive issues? What's causing headaches? What's causing you to stay up all night? What's causing you to have a quick, short fuse? What's causing you to gain weight? What's causing you to lose weight? Or what's causing your hair not to grow or your skin to break out, or all of these things? Really go internally and start writing it down. We don't realize how valuable writing stuff down is. It gives us an idea of what's shifting and what's changing and what was working and what wasn't. I write everything down now. As soon as I wake up, if I have a dream, write it down. If something made me feel a certain way, write it down. If I had a high, write it down. Write the wins, write the lows. You have to hold yourself accountable for tracking your progress and where you're at. Nobody on the external is going to be able to help heal you. Only you can do that. So don't fall into the trap that all these wellness trends are the solution to what's happening with you. Give yourself enough credit to listen to your body and let it guide you. And the first step to that is nervous system regulation. It is key. It is the number one key. If I could assure you anything, I would start there. So thank you so much for tuning into this. I really hope that you can feel as good on the inside as you look on the outside, because I know you are all beautiful. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you'd like more information, you can follow along on Instagram at Create the Flow Podcast, or find me personally at Monica Freeman. And if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend.